Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about how did I manage to lose 50 plus pounds, how did I manage to find myself as well, how did I work inside and also outside. So on my last video we were able to talk about my disappearance for 4 years. Where have I been? A lot has happened. I got pregnant, experienced a miscarriage. I went through some hardest moments in my life, and I was still able to find strength through all of it. So not only that, I was able to lose 50 plus pounds as well, and now I am going through my journey, which I am so excited to share with you guys. I am going into software engineer, Latina software engineer, and also been able to create content. So here I am. This is my story, real, raw, and honest. So let's get into it. Let's get started with today's topic. Today we're going to be talking about how did I lose the 50 pounds, and I'm gonna go in details on how did I do it and how did it all change, not only in here but in my heart as well. But meanwhile, let me show you sidetrack. I am so excited to finally share a little bit of just a glimpse of what has happening in my household. My half of the household has been under construction for the past month or so, and we're changing the whole thing, just like overall everything. It's just more lighter, more aesthetic. My theme for the house is going to be greenery and just so cozy. Or I have been into plants. I've been trying to take care of them. So eventually, when we are done, we're going to be adding them on top of the cabinets over here. So something new, something just very subtle. And I'm so excited to share with you. The whole kitchen is ready. There you go. Alright you guys, let's get to this video. We are going to be talking about how did I manage to lose 50 pounds, and we are going to get in details. So let's get to it. I've been getting a lot of DMs, so my questions are coming from Instagram. So if you don't follow my Instagram, I will link it down here below. Go ahead and follow. And I share a lot of my story and my Instagram, how either if it's with tips or ideas or meal prep, family, a lot more into my IG than here. So we are going to be talking about how was I able to lose 50 pounds. I started with being pregnant, and then I had my miscarriage, and then after having my miscarriage, I feel like I went through a deeper hole where I didn't know what was happening with my body, and I knew that was going a lot inside of me as well. I just didn't know how to come across with receiving the help that I didn't know that I needed at that time. So going to the gym, but I wasn't there mentally. I started eating healthy, but I was choosing when to eat healthy, and I was struggling trying to like figure out who I was as well. But it was the fact that I was getting more health issues within myself, and my body was telling me I just didn't know how to respond, or I was neglecting it I didn't have time to slow down, and I also didn't have time to really reflect on what was going on or how to be approachable about it and continue with life. So it was one of the hardest moments of my life. These are the things that helped me, and hopefully I'm able to share some of the tips for you. I know that every person is different, very like this. So you also have to understand that everyone has their own time on healing, and everyone has their journey or their own tricks and tips. This is what worked for me. I'm a Latina, so of course I love my tacos that has a lot of carbs. However, I needed to learn to modify and be able to control myself on what to eat and when to eat it. So tip number 1 is knowing your body. After doing so many research and trying to heal the root of the problem, which was my health, my first priority was to focus on what I could control now and then later everything go in place, I guess. So my first priority was, I was pre-diabetic 2 years ago, and my numbers were getting higher. They were rising. So I started taking supplements, but I wasn't consistent with myself, and I also didn't feel like myself either. Two, I had intestine problems, so they wanted to check to see if something was going on. I had a meltdown at the doctor's office, and I had a one-to-one conversation. It wasn't the doctor that I went to, he didn't really pursue me or didn't rush me to start taking medication. He clearly broke down everything on what I could control. During the moment, you're devastated, you're crying, you're emotional, you're all over the place, so you're just wanting to go fix the issue. However, when you're wanting to fix the issue and you're so focused on that one objective, you forget the little details. That's where I was. So my advice for you is focus on what you can control and focus on what you can do now, and later everything else is going to fall in place. It is the hardest thing. Trust me, been there, done that. I started going to church 2 years. I started in April because I was diagnosed in March. I had to let me about to cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm dramatic, but not gonna cry. So I started listening to the message on Sundays. I started reading more the Bible. I started understanding the word. Like I was aligning myself mentally to what the Bible was saying, and understanding that you had to take care of your temple. You wasn't walking with faith at that moment. So I started fasting. I started fasting for 3 days. I started with 3 days, only water, and that's it. It healed me a little bit, and it started clearing my face and surrounding myself with His presence. I will do another detox. I'm not saying for you to do a detox. What I'm saying is that this is what worked for me, and your body needs to be, you get sleepy, you're tired, you forget where you put your keys, or you forget what you were going to say. It's because of the clarity. So detox is a better or a good way for you to just get more clarity. 2, I started focusing on the big problem, I guess, the root of the problem, which is the inside. I started eating more healthier. I stopped drinking. I didn't feel like I needed something just to have fun or to be in the moment. I just stopped. That also helped me as well. Now this is where everything just aligned. I started losing the weight because I also went to a huge transition into my career. I'm not saying for you to quit, but I work out because the stress has to do a lot with your hormones, and it is so hard for you to try to stay fit and look good being in the middle of stress. You know what I mean? It's just not going to balance as well. That's why the gym comes in, and you're able to work out and try to balance. But still, if you're in an environment where it's very toxic or it's very stressful or very demanding, it is so hard to balance this side, which is your body, your mindset. So after shifting, being a teacher for 5 years, and everything just felt good in my heart. My last tip for you is to work out. I had to learn, and I did research on this. Everything that I learned, I got educated by not only the doctors. I had, I think, 2 doctors, actually 3. Well, no, Sally, I had 5 in total, and I narrowed it down to 1. And he is my go-to. I love we align to the same mentality where pastillas, let's just do it the natural way. I just love that about my doctor. So I was excited the fact that it was a clear, and no more, you don't have to come over here anymore or whatever. That I didn't see myself being on medication for life, and I also didn't want to show that to my daughters that they need to rely on medication. So that's why I went this route, the healthy route, the natural route, the organic route. And you're just gonna have to learn. I also learned that every exercise or every type of workout that you do is different for your body. For example, if you're in your soft era, and your soft life and you just like everything so calmado, very calm, very soothing, then yoga is for you, right? Me, on the other hand, yes, I'm living my soft life. I don't see myself in yoga, so I love the intense workouts. I go in for an hour and get out, and that's it. And I was able to lose so much body fat. So I didn't know that my body also liked a certain workout, and that's what I started. I started 3 days, then 4 days, and depending on the week I sometimes do 5, but I don't do 6. I listen to my body, and I'm able to control, and I'm able to put boundaries because I dedicate certain days to certain things. Saturdays, family. Sunday, God, and prep and get reset and get ready for the week, and then just organize my life. Last tip that I have to give you is stay organized. You have to keep track of what your body likes and what your body doesn't. It took me a very long time to accept that my body doesn't like cheese. I know, sad. I didn't realize, like, if you get bloated or if you start burping, your body doesn't like it and it's not going to accept it. So I had to limit myself on certain foods. I had to listen to my body in order for me to provide the foods that it was wanting. So I definitely do not get bored. I can eat every day the same thing. It's write down what you eat, and then just reflect at the end of the day what worked, what didn't work. Now another in my mind, I'm like, yes, perfect, but I am more than welcome to, I do get asked a lot, what are my meal plans? And I guess because I'm Mexican and Salvadoran, please hold, and people are wondering, ¿qué es lo que come? What do you eat? What does she eat? What is the secret? I'm very disciplined. When it comes to my kitchen, I'm very disciplined. And my family had to be on board. Even my husband, he knows what I eat. He knows the amount. He knows. And I'm not gatekeeping anything. It's very simple. And I think we hear it a lot. We just don't sometimes believe it. Don't take the easy route. I have heard stories where they are taking pills or doing X and Z amount, or they're taking something that they're not supposed to. Be careful and really talk to your doctor, and don't have the doctor just sell you something or motivate you to do something, because all of that has consequences at the end. So take care of your body. So very easy. I stopped looking at my weight loss and I started working on my health issues, and everything just fell in place. I don't drink Coke. I don't drink alcohol. I'm very basic with my meal plans as well. I don't overdo it. I don't try new things because I know what works with my body and what doesn't. So you have to pay attention. This journey was not a 6-week journey. It wasn't 6 months. It was 2 years worth of work. I had to take care of me first in order for me to come back to here. This is why I'm sharing what I went through, my experience, because I know the feeling that you feel alone and that no one understands, or that you're not able to speak to someone regarding your situation because they're not going through it. I'm being honest. I am just keeping it real with you guys and so raw, and I just want you to know that I'm here for you. So take care of you, put yourself first, and I'll see you guys on the next one.